Thank you. Just talk a little bit about the collaboration here. You know, when these things arise, the fact that city government, county government, the state police, probation, parks, rec, all get together in a room and talk and discuss how can we help the near-term problem is utterly incredible. You don't see this in every community. So we got to recognize all these people standing up here in the collaboration, the communication, coordination to hopefully prevent, but also to address when it occurs. To address it when it occurs, we have law enforcement are going to have sufficient resources down here to A, hopefully prevent, and B, if they go off again, we're going to try and make as many apprehensions as we can and then give a case to the prosecutor to hopefully prosecute these cases and bring people to justice. That takes resources. That takes a phenomenal amount of resources. A disorderly conduct up here in this park I've done many times, like 6 years ago, was an hour and a half man hours. Throw a juvenile 16 or above, you could be talking 4 or 5 man hours just for a disorderly conduct arrest. We got to find a spider web of a process to go through, get them to the probation department. Hopefully there's a bed at the Children's Detention Center. It goes on and on. But we will have sufficient resources this weekend for anybody that wants to act up. We'll construct a case against them and present it to the district attorney. As far as resourcing, we've committed multiple new deputies to the park throughout the weekend. We've committed our Marine unit that will be policing the waterways. We committed to the air. We'll have drone units overwatch in the park, and if something kicks off, we'll get the situational awareness quick to the police officers as quick as possible. We've collaborated with the Rochester Police Department, Monroe County Probation, New York State Police. All these assets and resources are coming together in a collaborative mode to hopefully prevent, but if not, we'll address. Raise the age, bail reform has an effect on this, but we're going to adapt like we always do. This community always comes together and adapts, finds innovative ways to hopefully solve these problems near term. Thank you.
Will there be an enhanced presence of officers here throughout the summer?
Want to speak to that? Go ahead. Sure.
Yeah, we react to trends, right? So these things, we've had this Memorial Day several years, right, in the past. These situations move. So we can't say we're going to commit all the resources here. We'll have sufficient resources based on our intel. This week is acute. We got to be here. That's obvious. But it moves to malls. It moves to parking lots. It moves to Durand, Eastman Beach. So we're going to make sure we're fluid. We have a regional investigation operations center, a crime analysis center. We got real-time intel coming from police officers. We'll always react to that and adapt our resources in the appropriate place. As far as the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, we do have a dedicated parks department that patrols Monroe County parks. They kick off at the beginning of the summer year, every year, which this is this weekend. So you'll see additional resources up here just naturally throughout the summer months from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff Baxter, are you able to elaborate or clarify on when you said raise the age and bail reform has an effect on what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old up here in Monroe County parks 6 years ago would have been a disorderly conduct. Those videos you've seen, made multiple arrests myself, disorderly conduct, about an hour and a half worth of work, trip to booking, right? Immediate consequences and a message sent. Multiple times we did that, and the next day we had no problems. Now, 16 and 17-year-olds with raise the age are going through a whole different process, a convoluted process that I call the spider web. And it takes hours and hours to just get that process going to arrest someone that's 16 or 17-year-old. And then hopefully there's a bed at the Children's Detention Center if we can get them there. Sometimes there's not. It's expanding. They just rebuilt the thing, so hopefully there's plenty of beds there when we need them. But that's just one example of raise the age. And again, raise the age probably needed to occur. You've heard me say a million times, these reforms needed to occur, right? But they went a little too far sometimes. Bring it back just a little bit. We're the experts. I got 2,000 police officers here in Monroe County, and we all agree on certain things. That's a pretty good data point when we all agree that we can make these things a little easier, a little safer for everybody involved, and less taxpayer money being spent on these problems instead of trying to chase them all the time. So raise the age is just one example. Bail reform is another. Some of these are violations. They're not eligible for bail. We can't take them to cap court. It's an appearance ticket out in that parking lot with a suspect in the back seat. We've been there. This is real. Suspects laughing at us and telling us, hurry up. I know I'm getting an appearance ticket. That's the teeth in the system that we lost. So we can just bring it back a little bit. But anybody wants to talk offline, this is about collaboration, coordination, communication. This is what we should be doing with the limitations that Albany gave us. And this is exactly what we're doing. We're working as hard as we can to stop this and prevent it and let people come enjoy this park in other parts of our county.